So whatever the political pressures may have been on you on the 29th of March, you were under no legally binding obligation of any kind to accept the extension, were you?
Well, the government took a decision that it was right to and appropriate at that time to accept that extension. That was, as you know, a limited extension, and that was done with the expectation or the intent of trying to ensure that in that further space of time we were able to ensure that we could leave with a deal. Because, as I indicated earlier, it remains the government's position that the best option for the United Kingdom in our national interest is to leave with a deal.
And at the subsequent summit, you made the same choice without any legal obligation upon you to do so.
No, there was a legal obligation. There was an obligation at the second summit because the House of Commons had passed legislation that required government to ask for an extension.
It required the government to seek an extension, but it didn't require you to accept any terms that were offered. And that's what you did.
I accept that there was a significant discussion among the EU Council. I did accept the terms that were offered. There were a crucial element that we insisted on, or made clear that we wanted to see in that, was the terminability of any period of time, should it go beyond the period of extension that we had asked for. But I think that the fact that the House of Commons had actually not just, your first question referenced a motion of the House of Commons. This wasn't just a motion of the House of Commons, it was an Act of Parliament that was passed, requiring the government to seek an extension and setting certain parameters for that extension.
But you were obliged to seek an extension, but actually you weren't obliged to accept an extension.
Well, I think if one's obliged to seek an extension, the expectation is that one is going to accept an extension. There's no point asking for an extension and then saying...
No.
So, I mean, but let me explain that, because the implication of your question is this. We said we were going to ask for an extension to the 30th of June. The House had confirmed that. If I'd asked for an extension to the 30th of June and the European Council had come back with an extension to the 30th of June, the implication of your question is I should have said, no, sorry, I know we asked for that, but we don't want it any longer.